Hey guys, welcome back to Real Talk About Feminism podcast.
I'm Mackenzie.
I'm Haley. We haven't introduced ourselves in a while.
I feel like we just did. I can't keep track of when we do.
We haven't said our names at the beginning in a while. So I'm Haley.
I'm Mackenzie.
I'm 20 years old and I have a pet cat. Just kidding, I'm not.
I was like, we're doing this? Okay.
No.
Anyway, we're back with a brand new episode and we're excited. I just lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. That's what you're there for, to pick it up where I leave off.
We're getting into another sort of heavy topic. Well, it's a heavy topic. Again, but it's really important. Current events. We're going to be talking about women's safety and some current events that are like really bringing that issue to light. So, trigger warning, there is going to be some violence against women discussed. But before we get into that, we're going to go over our obsessions. We're going to get into the Feminist Highlight. We're just going to keep it light at the beginning before we get into the heavy stuff.
Yeah. I am kind of distracted right now because my leg is giving me the ick in the camera. My own personal ick. It's just like a pale stump.
All right.
That's what it looks like. And my sweater thing is very much giving priest vibes.
It's very much giving.
And even when I fold it down, I look like I'm wearing some religious garb.
Yeah, it's giving, when you fold it down, it's giving off-duty priest.
Okay, thanks. So, anyway, I'm comfy. Okay, so my obsession this week is scanning receipts on this app called Fetch. If there's any other ones, please let me know. That is so Fetch. Literally, like, I've been like hoarding receipts like a mad woman because you get points, and I've not scanned that many receipts, and I already have so many points, and then you can turn them in for stuff. So I'm like, why not?
Yeah, why not? I love that for you. Yeah, you asked to scan my receipt the other day.
Yep, and
maybe
I will.
I want to scan my receipts.
Go ahead.
I like that. I used to do that actually. Like, I used to have an app and I scanned them all the time. Then I never redeemed the points or anything. Like, I just deleted it.
You just like kind of forget about it. Like, it's probably just a phase that I'm going through again because I've done that too. But like, stop laughing at me.
I have no idea what I was laughing at.
No, I think I do.
All right.
What's your obsession?
I really want to expose you right now.
Don't.
You already know.
I already know.
Okay. My obsession of the week is eucalyptus in the shower.
From Trader Joe's.
You just get a little bundle of eucalyptus, put it over your shower head, and it's great. It really enhances the shower. It enhances the whole look and vibe of the bathroom. And it also makes your shower smell good.
It does. Nice. It's actually really refreshing to have it in there. And it feels better.
It's also
it's a different vibe. It's
not overpowering either.
No, it's very faint. Because when the warm water and the steam gets to it, that's when it starts to smell good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that is my obsession.
Cool. Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we went to Trader Joe's randomly last week. We didn't need to go at all. We literally went for this one type of candy. They're called Scandinavian swimmers, and we just call them Scandinavian sperm. But we literally went for one thing. I walked out with like 5 other things that I didn't need at all.
I got one thing. I got what I needed.
I know, you're good about that. I was like, no basket, because we're getting one thing each, and then I walk out with like a bag of stuff.
Yeah, but there's a Trader Joe's like it's like a 5-minute drive from the apartment. So, of course, we had to hit it up and get our Scandinavian swimmers.
I know. But that's what I need to break out of. Because, like, I was just bored. Yeah. I was like, do you want to just go to Trader Joe's?
We had a movie night that night.
That's I know.
We were like, we're going to... Because we ended up getting some ice cream.
Some popcorn.
We didn't
eat... I don't even know where it is.
I don't either. But, yeah, it was, like, fun. It was for a reason.
Yeah.
So...
Still.
Yeah, that was, those are our obsessions. Let's get into the feminist highlights.
Today's highlight is Amanda Wen, and full disclaimer, her bio on her website was too good to try and paraphrase, so I'm just going to straight up read it.
All right.
Amanda Wen is the founder of Rise, a 2019 Nobel Peace Prize nominee, a 2022 Time Woman of the Year. Amanda's 2021 viral video ignited a wave of collective action in the anti-Asian hate movement. She drafted and unanimously passed the Sexual Assault Survivors Bill of Rights through the United States Congress. Over 50 laws have been passed inspired by this law. Most recently, she passed the first of its kind United Nations resolution protecting more than 1.3 billion survivors of sexual violence around the world. Amanda's directorial debut, Everything I Ever Wanted to Tell My Daughter About Men, won Best Feature at the 2022 Cannes Independent Film Festival.
How do you spell it?
Cannes.
Con.
2022 Con.
It's con.
I don't
it's
know.
French.
Whatever.
Uncle Mark, if you're listening,
please tell us. Cannes Independent Film Festival. She is the lead of Emmy-nominated mini-documentary Rise Above by Money Magazine. She was listed on Forbes 30 Under 30 twice, served at NASA and the White House.
This girl does everything.
I know. Just wait. Girl. She is also an astronaut scientist candidate at the Astronautical Science Institute. Amanda graduated from Harvard University. And then specifically about Rise, her nonprofit, it advocates and fights for victims of sexual assault and violence around the world. And I kind of checked out the website, and it's a really, really great message and mission that she has going. And I'm going to link that website in the show notes. So if you're interested, go check it out. But Amanda, like, she obviously is very passionate about so many things and is really, really doing some good in the world.
Yeah. Dang, she has like every box that you can check.
Literally.
Like, NASA, the White House, everything. Good for her.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep. So to get into today's bulk of the episode, the reason we're talking about this is because a couple weeks ago, Eliza Fletcher was found murdered, and you guys probably saw some social media posts about it, some news, some coverage about it. But Eliza Fletcher was a 34-year-old woman who was a kindergarten teacher and a mother of two. She went on her routine 4 a.m. morning run and then was forced into the passenger seat of a van and abducted. Her body was found a few days later. This was very awful for me to watch play out because, again, like, this has happened time and time where women are just doing normal things. Mm-hmm. And she's not the only one that this has happened to. No. We should be able to go on a run or run errands or do normal things without living in fear and being taken without living in fear of being taken advantage of. Yeah. In like a very mundane moment, right? Some other women I want to just mention that were taken advantage of and murdered / and or assaulted while they were running. All of these women, this happened to just while they were running. Molly Tibbetts, Karina Vetrano, Vanessa Marcotte, Sydney Sutherland, Ali Brugger, Melissa Milan, Lauren Bump, and Faber. That's a lot of women.
Yeah. And they're literally just running. Like, they're just trying to take care of their bodies.
Literally.
Take care of their minds. Like, just running.
Literally. I've seen so many TikTok videos of girls who are like, get ready with me to go on a run at 8 p.m. at night when it's already dark. Mm-hmm. And they, like, have hoodies on. They have, like, I saw this one girl that literally had, like, a thing around her waist, but she had, like, a gun and pepper spray and taser and, like, all of these self-defense weapons. And then up her sleeve, she was literally holding, like, one of those claw keychain things. Mm-hmm. And then she had, like, a ring that she could press if something happened. Like, she had all sorts of stuff. Yeah. It's like, we have to take all these measures to, like, freaking do something that, you're right, is just taking care of our bodies. Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you said, like, all these videos of girls, like, get ready for me, I'm going on a run at 8 p.m. Like, me, I would never think about doing that. I would be so scared.
I would never do that, right? Like, that's why I go to the gym.
And that sucks. But, yeah, I would never think about doing that, you know?
Right,
like,
right.
It's sad.
Right. And the whole reason, because, like, the Eliza Fletcher story, like, it's just awful. And the whole time I was just like, for one, she's not the only woman. And two, like, it's such a scary world. And I feel like we're always being told as women, like, safety tips, like, here's what you should do and not do. But, like, I wanted to just bring it up and talk about it on the podcast because I feel like it's very, very important. And we've had a couple things happen to us since living downtown that have, like, kind of, like, jolted us and been like, oh my gosh, like, we're not living in suburbia anymore. We're, like, around different kinds of people and living in a whole different city. Mm-hmm. So the first one that happened was we were walking back from seeing Abel. This was literally, you guys, the weekend, sorry. This was literally the day after we moved into our apartment. Literally the day after. Yeah, so we were walking back from Union Station because we cut the light rail and took it there.
A 20-minute walk to our apartment.
Yeah, 20-minute walk back. We tried to get on a scooter and the scooter was dead, whatever. Long story. It took forever to get back. But we were a couple blocks away from our apartment and we literally saw these two guys get out of a car at a red light and jump this guy and beat up this guy that was walking on the sidewalk. And we were like, oh my gosh, like it was terrifying.
Yeah, it was honestly haunting.
It was really scary because we were kind of in shock about it. And the next morning Haley was like, I still feel really bad, like we should have at least called the police. And I was like, yeah, we didn't do anything.
But the thing is, it was literally midnight.
Literally.
There was nobody else around. And
it was right across the street.
And that TikTok trend where it's when someone's asking for help, but everything is a sex trafficking.
That's not a joke.
It's not a joke. And so we were scared. We're obviously not going to go over there. We have no form of protection at all. We're coming from a concert where they search your bags. We have no form of protection. And we were both scared. So we just kept walking. And I do feel really guilty. We should have called the police.
We should have.
But also he wasn't whacked out. He could have called the police.
Yeah, he was conscious. He was moving. But obviously he was on the ground. Yeah.
So that was a little scary. And then a few weeks ago, I was driving late at night to go pick up my boyfriend. And I was driving, and we weren't that far from our apartment. Or I wasn't that far from our apartment. And we don't live in a bad area of downtown. We live in a nice area. And all of a sudden, I heard 8 gunshots, one after another. And it was so distinct. It was no hesitation. And I literally freaked out. I'm not being dramatic. My life literally flashed before my eyes. Because I was I heard it behind me. And I could see cars behind me. And so I'm thinking, is this the car right behind me? Are they shooting up into the sky? Because people have been doing that a lot recently. They'll just shoot the gun just to scare people and drive away. So I'm are they in the car behind me? Are they shooting in front of them towards me? Are they shooting out their window to the side? Are they shooting up? Where are they shooting? But it was 8 shots. And I was literally terrified. I had no idea what to do. And I called my boyfriend. I was freaking out. And he was just come, just drive, as fast as you can. But, what do you do in that situation? I don't even know. I just kept driving.
Right. What are you going to do?
The entire time, there was a car that was behind me that time when I heard the shots. And then it was behind me for the entire time I was going back, to his house. And I was so scared.
Terrifying.
I was is this the person that is shooting the gun? Are they going to, come pull me out of it was scary. And it wasn't a dramatic fear of mine. I wasn't just being dramatic about it. It was a real fear.
It's warranted. Yeah,
it was so scary. And so I've been really scared to drive at night recently, especially downtown, because I'm just anything could happen. It's so scary.
That is terrifying.
Yeah. So those 2 events especially really have made us think there's a lot of dangerous things in the world, especially being a woman. It's scary. So
it is. Yeah, we both ended up getting a couple self-defense weapons, and
well, we got tasers and
well, yeah, but
you're making it sound like we're packing.
No. Those are weapons though, a taser.
Yeah, it's a pretty powerful taser. Actually.
Yeah, I need to do mine.
Yeah, I've tested mine out. It was loud. It was
it scared the crap out of me.
Just the sound of it would scare someone. So yeah, we did end up doing that. I carry mine with me everywhere.
I do too.
And if I'm walking in the parking garage, back to the apartment late at night, I just hold it in my hand, because then all I have to do is push a button if someone comes up near me.
Exactly.
So yeah, with that being said, we really wanted to share some safety tips, because we all need to stay safe.
Right, and it's just good reminders.
Yeah.
So if you just search on TikTok or Google even, but TikTok especially, there's so many new ones I hadn't heard of, but literally just search safety tips for women, and there's going to be thousands of videos that come up with all sorts of tips. So first, always have your keys in your hand when you're walking to your car instead of burying your head in your bag. So now when I go grocery shopping alone, and even when we're together, but alone, I literally will stop before I leave King Soopers, and I have my keys in my hand. If I'm walking in the parking garage, I have my keys in my hand. I always have them. And also, like, you can do, like, the key trick where you put it, like, in between your fingers, right, if you're, like, scared. You know, you can, like, put it in between your fingers, and if somebody comes, you just, like, jab them with your key. Like, if you have nothing,
I've never heard of that.
you just stick it in between your fingers.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. I've just never heard of that.
Yeah, so, you know, if you literally have nothing and you're kind of having a gut feeling something's not right, you can always do that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But it just made me think, I was like, because now we use our totes a lot. And it's like, instead of, like, digging in your tote bag
Yeah,
for
literally.
your keys, get them out
Just get
before
them
you're
out.
in your car.
Yeah, like, if you just got groceries, like, pause right before you get out of the store, grab your keys, and then
Exactly.
walk out.
Yep.
Because literally, if you take your eyes off of, like, your surroundings for 1 second, anything could happen.
Exactly. Something Dad always said and says to this day is keep your head on a swivel. That runs through my mind every time I'm, like, alone walking somewhere. Keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, just, like, look
Be aware
around you. Yeah. Another really good tip is to always look directly at cameras when you walk into a store or if you see one in general.
Yeah,
That's scary.
It's scary, but, like, if something happens, you wanna be able to kinda leave a footprint for yourself, right? I learned that tip when I was going through my true crime podcast phase, and
Yeah, I never had one of those phases because I'm too paranoid,
oh,
so.
I haven't listened in so long because I am kinda paranoid, and it's just, like, negative energy that I don't want anymore. That's a tangent, but, like, I honestly, like, when I, like, walk into Target, I look at the security camera. When I walk into our apartment elevator, I look at the security camera, just so, like, people have a visual of your face if something were to happen to you.
Yeah, it's terrifying, but, I mean, it's smart.
One that I really stick by too is, like, trust your gut, and something that I've learned, like, as I've gotten older, we were literally just talking about this, like, you do not have to be nice to everybody. You do not have to smile at everybody you pass by. You do not have to be polite to everybody. There's a difference between, like, being rude and just, like, not acknowledging people. Like, when a few weeks ago, you were out of town. You were at Landslide, but, like, I was walking on 16th Street Mall. I went to Sephora, I went to Target, but and, like, I had sunglasses on, and, like, anybody that passed me, like, I didn't even give them the time of day. I'm like, "I don't want to acknowledge you because I don't know you." Right? I don't have to smile at you. I don't have to wave. I don't have to be nice. You don't owe people anything.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm trying to say. Like, people will try and take advantage of you if they see, like, you're vulnerable or they're sensing that from you.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be polite to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes me think when we were at Landslide, I think it was just the general vibe of, like, a music festival, but, like, the guys there were just, like, so, like, "Oh, let me give you a hug," like, literally all, like, "Where's my hug," guys.
Ew.
And at the end of the night, we were going back to our campsite, and these 2 guys, like, stopped us, and they were older, like, they were probably in their 30s, and, they, like they were, like, giving hugs, and one of them came up to me, and I was like, "No, thank you," and I just, like, put my hand up and was like, "No," and that's not rude. Like, you don't have, like, it's not rude to not hug someone, a random stranger guy. Like, no, that's not rude of you to set a boundary and say, "No, thanks," like, or even, like with anything. But, like, just that was, like, an example I'm thinking of because, like, in that moment, like, they were probably just trying to be nice and, like, they were probably drunk
You
and,
don't
like,
yeah,
whatever.
you don't know.
But it's like, no, if I don't wanna hug you, I don't have to hug you.
Right, exactly. You don't owe them anything.
Yeah, I don't have to smile at you. I don't have to, like, entertain a conversation with you if you come up and tell me that I look pretty or you offer me something and you seem like you're being nice. I'm not gonna entertain a conversation with you because you're a complete stranger. I don't know you and I don't owe you anything.
Right, I like the conversation thing because, like, sometimes you just get stuck with, like, guys that are giving you weird vibes, and you're like, "Bye, like, I don't wanna talk to you."
Yeah. No, there was, like, this creepy guy at Landslide, actually, and, he kept coming up to Sydney. He literally had an ankle monitor on, and he was just, like, very creepy, and then he had come up to us both once, and then he came up to her separately, like, when I was, like, on the phone, so I didn't see it, and then the 3rd time, she had told me he really creeped her out, and so he, like, literally came over and was like, "Do you still not wanna talk to me?" And I literally looked at him and I said, "Leave us alone," and I, like, waved him off. I was like, "Do not come near us or else we're getting security." Like, I was like, "Bye." Like, literally like,
bye.
away, like, no. And because you don't owe people anything. It's not rude.
No, it's not.
It's not rude to have an RBF when you're walking on the street and have your sunglasses on. Like, it's not rude. It really is, like, about safety.
Okay, yeah, literally, this is reminding me of our conversation about this. When we were talking about this, I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, like I was like, I just don't want to look approachable. Honestly, when I'm like alone and I'm like on a mission to go get something, I don't want to look approachable.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Nothing wrong with that, honestly.
Nope.
Yeah, I think that was actually a good one. Like, you don't owe people anything.
You really don't.
If a stranger comes up to you and he's like seeming like he's being really nice, or she,
you know what? A woman too. Like,
yeah.
There's a lot of sex trafficking ploys that involve women.
Yeah. Yeah. So like you just don't owe people
It's not
anything.
just men. Yeah.
Yeah. Another one is to not sit in your car after running errands. I think that's one that's like really talked about a lot.
Yeah.
But don't just sit in your car after doing anything. Just like grab your stuff. Like I try and grab my stuff when I park. Try and grab it as soon as I can and get out and lock the door and keep going.
I know we want our music going. I know we want our map up. Just go.
Or like if you are running errands, or like before you get out to the car, pull up your map, pull up your music.
Exactly. Pull up your music. Yep. Your Bluetooth will connect automatically. So exactly. Buddy system is something I feel like a lot of people have forgotten. I'm like, I was walking alone on 16th Street.
Literally, like buddy system is
buddy system always. Yeah. No, but for real, like I feel like during the day, different for the most part.
Yeah.
Still word to the wise, but like at night when you're out doing stuff, bring a buddy.
Yeah, like at Landslide, the music festival, me and Sydney, like we stay together the whole time.
Oh yeah, you stay together always. Yeah. You always stay together. You go together, you leave together.
Yeah. Yeah. Another one is to not walk with a map in your hand when you're traveling. I do this. It's bad. Like my phone. Yeah.
That's why like I'll like in New York City when we were traveling, we were with the family, so it was a little different. But like when I went in December, we'd pull up the map and like, kind of pull over on the side, like pull up the map. We'd like look at the directions like 5 steps ahead, and we would just walk.
I can't do that.
I'm like trying. Okay, awkward because I went with my ex-husband, but like he was really good at that. So like that was helpful, but like I just think it's a good rule of thumb. Like when you're traveling, doesn't matter where, you don't want to like look vulnerable. That's the whole point of it. Like you don't just want to look like, oh, like they're new here, they don't know where anything is, you know? That's the rule of thumb. You don't want to look vulnerable.
Yeah, I think like if you do have to have a map in your hand though, just try and look at it like as little as possible.
Exactly. I think so
don't
too.
Just hold it up in front of you.
Right, like put your phone down to the side or put it in your bag for a minute. Yeah. Get some self-defense tools and know how to use them. That's the important thing.
Yeah, that's a big thing because like if you have a taser but you've never set it off before,
stop looking at me.
But like you need to know.
I need to do it.
If I hadn't done my taser and like known how loud it is, like it would scare me. It would startle me. It's loud. So like make sure you practice and know what you're doing, because if you like, especially like if you have like a little like knife or something and you don't know how to use it, then they're going to turn it against you and use it on you.
Exactly. Exactly. You got to protect yourself. Yeah. Right, because things could go south really quick.
Yeah, if you don't
really quick.
Another one is to not wear your hair in a high ponytail when walking or running.
I think a ponytail in general, for sure. Also, as I'm like thinking about it, but like basically,
how
like
are you supposed to put your hair?
Look at what I'm wearing right now. But like it just like if you're like running alone, like we were just talking about Eliza Fletcher and all the other women who were running, your ponytail is so easy to grab.
You just yank it.
So easy to grab. So like a bun, tuck it up in a hat, wear a claw clip, wear it down. That's not as easy to, you know, grab all in one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think it's also smart to share your location with a few people that you trust. Family members, close friends, people that you would call if something happened and you needed help.
That's a good one. I mean, we have our location shared with the family.
We have and always have.
Another one is to not get in your car through the driver's side if there's a van or a car with super tinted windows parked close enough next to you. So if there is someone that's really close to you, and even if there's just like a sketchy looking car parked really close to you, just get in through the other side. I don't care if you have to literally crawl in through the back passenger side
or your trunk,
like just, or if you feel uncomfortable, like if you're like at a grocery store. Or, like, for example, like at our apartment, if I was in the parking garage and I noticed like this is really sketchy right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back in and get security and have them walk me out.
Exactly.
Or you can do that at grocery stores too. Like, just
you
get
can
someone.
Get an escort.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Check the back seat of your car before getting in, and like scan under your car too. And we keep like talking about the parking garage, but like it just like is kind of a different vibe. Like we have to park in a parking garage now.
Mm-hmm.
It's very crowded. There's a lot of cars and a lot of different people. I always check the back seats now. And it's not like I'm like peering in, like taking all this time, because I also like don't want my back like totally turned.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of glance, make sure there's nobody back there or anything weird, and then get in and lock your door.
Yeah. Another one is to, if you see anything on your windshield or door handles, just get in your car and drive. So like, even if it's like an advertisement, like someone puts something in your windshield and it's not like a scheme or like a ploy to get you, just keep driving. That paper in your windshield, it's going to stay there. It's not going to blow off.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get to a better place, you can look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Something in your door handle, just keep walking.
Keep walking. Go back inside. Get somebody to go with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Call the police.
Yeah, because they want you to pull that out and like inspect it, and then they'll grab you.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Have code words with close friends and family. So like I was thinking about this because if you're in a situation, if we were together and we were like at a party or at a club or something and we both felt uncomfortable,
Mm-hmm.
if one of us said something,
Mm-hmm.
then it's like, yeah, we need to leave.
Do you know mine?
No.
Oh. I have one with the rest of the family.
How did I get excluded from that?
Well, it was when I moved back here and I was going on a lot of dates.
That's really smart.
And obviously, you know, like things had gone south for me before, and so I was like, I need to have a code word. So yeah, I have a code word that is like if I were to bring it up in a conversation, it's like obvious enough where it could sound casual to the person listening, but to anyone in the family, it would be like, I'm calling 911.
Exactly.
Literally.
Yeah, like I feel like there's like certain levels. Like I need you to come pick me up. I'm uncomfortable. Call 911. Yeah, like different levels, you know.
Yeah.
I just think it's cool to have that because then it's like it doesn't have to be a big deal, but it's a high stress situation that you need to get out of.
Yeah. Do you know like the actual family code word?
I think I do.
Okay, yeah. I was just
I need you to remind me after.
I'll remind you of them. But yeah, I mean that's something that we've always done. So,
yeah.
And if you have kids, like I know that mom and dad told us like if someone ever comes and is like, "Oh, your mom sent me to pick you up from school," then we have a code word, and we would have to like this never happened, but like if we would have had to ask like, "What's the code word?" If they didn't know, then they were like literally run, like go.
Literally, yeah.
Like we always had a code word. So,
yeah.
Yeah, those are just some safety tips. We wanted to share them because in light of current events and always, like it's always important to know how to protect yourself. And even just these little tips, like Ken said, like you can Google, you can go on TikTok, like you can always find more. And they have like, I know they'll have like self-defense classes at like rec centers and stuff like that. So try and find something around you and just learn how to protect yourself.
Definitely. Please follow us on Instagram at Real Talk About Feminism Pod. Same handle for TikTok. Subscribe to our weekly email newsletter that comes out every Sunday. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And all the links are in the show notes for you. And with that being said, we will talk to you guys next week with a brand new episode.
Bye, everyone.